Hello world, Wendy from Cali here, back with another Manny chat. It's been a minute. It's been so hot. The last Manny I did on camera, I did another one for what we currently have in Stacy's Facebook group, a challenge, 3-in-1 Manny challenge, kind of like a tic-tac-toe happening. And I did a glitter set, art set, fall color, not on camera because just didn't have time to film it. But today we are going to film another one of these 3-in-1 Manny challenges where I'm going to use an accessory, which is going to be these beautiful fall leaves. I know it's not quite fall yet, but fall is like my absolute favorite season. And we're already in September. School has started for a lot of the kids, and so it feels like fall to me, even though here in Cali it's been over 100 degrees, having that Indian summer, super hot right before the fall happens. I know in other parts of the world it's cooling down out there. Send some of that coolness over our way because it's way too hot. But then I'm also going to cut my strip. So I'm using this Punch Bunch circle cut to cut French tips out of this set right here. This is Color Street's Wine Time, and that is going to be my cream set. So that is what we're doing today. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Wendy from Cali, born and raised here in California. I just chit chat about life while I do my nails. If you're into that, keep watching. But yeah, let's get started, shall we? So, what's happened since the last time I filmed? Oh, my nails are like all messed up, by the way, because I've been using them as tools around the house, and not good to do that, so would not recommend them. You know, picking at things, scratching things off, I tend to do that a lot. Ooh, where's my little trash bin thing? But yeah, what has happened since the last time I filmed? I got to see my niece Edralin dance in her dance recital, and that was so much fun. It was called A Night at the Movies, and she did an amazing job. She did drop one of the props on the first dance that she did, and she was in the back row, so it wasn't that noticeable. But that was like the only thing she could like focus on when she was done performing and we all went home. She was like, yeah, I messed up. I dropped the prop. But that's the Capricorn in her, I'm sure. But that was Saturday. And then Sunday and Monday, Labor Day, Panda Bear and I went shopping for clothes because I have a business trip in October, and he felt that I needed to go shopping to feel more prepared for that trip and feel less stressed out about it, and he's right. So we went shopping, tried to capitalize on some of the Labor Day holiday deals, which there were a couple, but not like nothing to write home about. I don't know. What holiday do you guys know is like the best time to go shopping for clothes and stuff like that? I really am not aware of that. I'm trying to figure out which ones to use for my tips, because when I'm doing tips, it's a lot less of the nails that I need, and I feel like I can get away with using smaller strips for those tips. Like, I feel like that's gonna work. We'll try it out. But yeah, so we went shopping and got a bunch of cool new clothes, and now I'm feeling a lot less stressed about the trip, especially because one thing that I was worried about was not having a really good carry-on suitcase. Haven't traveled for so long that luggage is like not something that I kind of have just lying around that's useful anymore. And so we did end up finding some really awesome luggage at Ross. And it was even like the color was the blue that reminds me of my work. So very on brand with a company trip, I would say. So happy with my purchase. But the work week kind of flew by in a blur because it was a shorter work week, even though there's a lot of work to be done. And then the weekend really just flew by as well. I did end up finally going back to my Zumba class on Friday, which I have missed immensely going in there. And so it was nice to have been able to take that class this week. And then Saturday we took my nieces to the library because all of our library books were due. It's already been 3 weeks since the last time we went, and so took them to the library. They love spending time on the computer there to play games for a little bit before they pick out books, and I just love being able to soak in some free AC and have some downtime, just relaxing at the library. But because school has started, there were a lot more people at the library than we were used to seeing when we would go during the summertime. So yeah, that was kind of a surprise to me. Not really that big of a surprise, but still a surprise because it was not as quiet as it could have been at the library. I'm so used to the library being quiet, you know? But anyways, I'm rambling. Uncle and Auntie were babysitting while Mama Carla got to go on a date. And I'm so glad that she got to do that because as a single mom, it's very hard for her to have time away from her kids to do something for herself. So, and the girls were really into playing games on the computer, so that allowed for Panda Bear and I to binge watch our show that we're currently watching, which is called Alchemy of Souls. I don't know who else might have seen that, who's watching my channel, but that is an amazing, just 2 seasons worth show on Netflix. Korean drama. So if you're into that kind of stuff and you don't mind reading subtitles, and or if you want to watch it dubbed, I would highly recommend that show. There's action, there's comedy, there's love, like great themes to really just sink your screen time on. So that's wine time. Putting that there on my nail stick. Let's see, hold on. If I'm going to do that, I'm going to need one more nail, or I'm going to have to somehow make it so that one nail could be done on 2. So let's see if I can do that. But yeah, as far as what I've been reading, I haven't really been reading anything new. So if you guys have any suggestions as to good books to get into, let me know. I do know that I like books that have like a romantic theme to them, but also if there are books that are related to like interesting topics. For example, there was a book that I just finished recently that was about birth order. So like, you know, based on the order in which you were born, like what characteristics do you have and stuff like that. Books like that are cool. I like learning different things. And so yeah, any suggestions, comment them below. And then my guilty pleasure binge watch, Selling Sunset, is back on Netflix for another season. And so that is another thing that I've been kind of binge watching when there's been time. So yeah. Most of my time, though, is consumed with work. Don't quite know when that's going to change, but I did find balance. I promised myself I wouldn't work this weekend, and I didn't work this weekend, so that is a start as far as trying to find balance. Although it does mean that tomorrow I will be focusing a lot of my time on getting stuff done super early in the morning when I clock into work, because I did promise to have certain things ready by Monday, and tomorrow's Monday, so before everyone else clocks in, I need to get that stuff done. But yes, other things that I've been working on. So this weekend I made a couple of things. I love my Instant Pot. Okay, I don't know if you guys have heard me talk about it, but I love cooking with my Instant Pot. I do it very often when I cook. And some of the things that I love making are Instant Pot refried beans, even though they're not fried or refried. But they're like, you know, what you would think of pinto beans at a Mexican restaurant that are refried beans. It's that same consistency and flavor. So I like making those in my Instant Pot. So I made those this weekend, as well as I made an Instant Pot no bean chili. So I am one of those that love my chilies without beans. I don't know if that is everyone's opinion of chili, but for me, I love a no bean chili. And I like it to be on one of the, I don't want to say spicier sides, but I do like it where there's a lot of flavor, a depth of flavor. So, like, you almost feel like your mouth is going to burn, but it doesn't, because it's not like that spicy, but it's flavorful enough where it feels like you're on the verge of your mouth burning. So I have learned how to accomplish that in my Instant Pot, and Panda Bear loves it and I love it, and so it's one of those easy things, especially on a hot day. As I mentioned, here in California, Southern California, it's been well into above 100, between 100 and 110 degrees where we're at, and super humid. So not the most fun cooking in that heat, especially when you don't have central air and you're relying on fans, and fans usually just blow around hot air anyway. The only way you feel cool is when your sweat is drying. So needless to say, I've been drinking a ton of water. I did end up feeling a little bit of a headache and faint today because it was just really warm. And I was, cooking, also doing laundry. Luckily, in this heat, laundry dries extremely fast. So that's the only saving grace, I guess. And actually, I don't think these are going to fit this size. I should bring back out the other size, because I'm realizing that I may have underestimated how wide my fingers actually are. So let's bring those back out and stick these in. Actually, I want to use those those will probably fit on my middle fingers. But anyways, also made a chimichurri. There's something really delicious about chimichurri on steak. And on mashed potatoes too. But mostly steak. Steak and chimichurri, just that flavor profile is chef's kiss, in my opinion. But yeah. Anyways. Ooh! Those of you that are big time coffee drinkers, what coffee drip coffee pot do you own at home? Please comment below and let me know. We're in the market as a birthday present for my sister-in-law Carla, for a new coffee pot, and I'd love to find out what is a good brand to go with. So yeah, I've been like researching it, Googling it, and I have some ideas, but you know how it goes. You have certain brands and you're like looking at them, and there's going to be those positive reviews, but then there's also going to be negative reviews. Some of the negative reviews are very concerning, so I'm like, are they for real? Like, is that like a fluke? Like, you know, for example, like a coffee pot being a fire hazard. You don't want that in a home with children, right? Or in any home, period. But like, you go to like a site like Forbes or like Consumer Reports and stuff like that. Oh, shoot. I'm talking too much and not paying attention to what I'm doing. And they'll tell you what they recommend as their top pick for a coffee pot or whatever, and then you read reviews of like actual like people who own them and those people write reviews, and you're like, hold on, is that safe? Like, and people saying things that have like stopped working after like a month or two. Like, we don't want that. We want appliances that have staying power, you know? And they definitely don't make things like they used to. Like, back in the days, before consumerism and capitalism really just took over, things were made to last. But if you make things that last, there's less likely of people buying replacements for them. And so, you know, now you see phones after like the 2-year mark, they're like, the batteries are all dying on purpose, things slow down on purpose, and it's like, dude, that's all by design. Like, what? You just want me to spend more money to replace this thing after a couple of years? Versus back in the old days, from what I heard, if you have like an old gas stove that's like super old, they work forever. And so if there's any recommendations for newer coffee pots on the market that you've had good luck with in the past year or two or so, please let me know, because like I said, we want to buy a coffee pot for my sister-in-law Carla for her birthday. So yeah. Which ones were part of those reports that I saw on when I Googled and was researching? Well, there's a Ninja brand. I do like Ninja brands for stuff. I own a few appliances, actually, kitchen gadgets that are Ninja, and I like them. But one of the most concerning things I read on that one was like, I think it was on this one, where the coffee pot itself like cracked open like after a month or two of use. I'm like, really? Like, that's not good. And then the usual, like on the cheaper end, where Sorry, that's not punched too far enough. On the cheaper end, there's ones where like the button stops working or something like that, which is exactly what's happened to my sister-in-law's coffee pot. The current one she's using was like less than 20 bucks, I think. Don't know what brand it is. I didn't pay attention to that. But like her button stopped working. Now she's been able to like Mickey Mouse it together where it still kind of works with tape. But she and Panda Bear, my significant other, drink a lot of coffee, and having to maneuver a coffee pot that's just not working properly is not good for the amount of coffee that they tend to drink. So we want to get her a decent one. So something that can brew like at least 12 cups, because like I said, they drink a lot of coffee. See, I'm very bad at doing French tips like evenly, but that's okay. We're gonna throw some leaves on, so it's not even going to be that noticeable. So first thing I want to do though is I want to lay down a top coat so that the leaves can stick. And so I'm using Naked Manicure Glossy Seal by Zoya, and now I just got to get open. There we go. Get this open. I have the fan on right now, and it is not helping with the heat. Like, I'm sweating bullets. If you could see my face right now, it's literally drenched in sweat. It's not a pretty look. But yeah, luckily I'm not doing my makeup, I'm doing my nails, so nobody needs to see that hot mess there. But think so I'm going to just strategically place like a couple of the leaves, and then I'm going to put on another coat of the top coat over it. I think on the bigger fingers I will put 3 leaves. On my smaller fingers I will put 2. The pinky's probably going to just have 1 though. I'm trying to get a gold one because I want a variety of colors. But this is like the claw game. When you go to oh my goodness. When you go to like Dave and Buster's or a carnival or something and you've got that claw game, or an arcade I should say. You've got that claw game where you're trying to like pick up stuffed animals or prizes. That's how it feels, trying to like grab the right stuff there. Ooh, that dried really fast. Oh my goodness. Like I said, I have the fan on, so you guys get to watch the comedy of me trying to do my nails with the fan blowing everything away. Okay. There we go. Oh. Let's keep it glossy. Shoot. There we go. There we go. That's glossy. Okay, let's see if I could do this with the other nails. We are starting to work on Halloween costumes. Don't know if everyone who's watching is into Halloween as much as I am, but I absolutely love Halloween. It is my second favorite holiday next to Thanksgiving. I am literally Garfield the cat when it comes to Thanksgiving. I could eat all the food, like all the food, and nap all day. So yeah. Ooh. But we're starting to work on Halloween costumes. Oh, come on. Not making it easy for me here. There we go. Had to question my nieces for exactly what they were looking for their costumes, because Lilith wants to dress up as Red from Descendants Rise of Red, and Amalika wants to dress up as Wednesday Adams from the Addams Family. And if you've watched either of the movies and or shows, you know that they have different outfits. So it's like, okay, what exact outfit are you guys looking for? And so that we did that on Saturday, find out exactly what they're looking for as far as their Halloween costumes, which is really important, because if you don't know what the kids are expecting for their Halloween costumes and you end up buying stuff and it's not what they're like looking for their costume, then you've wasted a ton of time and money, and I definitely don't want that happening. So yeah. Oh, this is so shiny, but I can already see the texture, like that's poking up right there, and that's going to bother me so much. So we'll see how long this will last on my nails. Maybe what I should have done is not painted the whole nail and just painted exactly where I needed to place the leaves, but too late now. Oh my gosh. I feel a sense of deja vu right now. Like I must have done this before with these leaves similarly last fall or something, because I'm feeling that sense of deja vu where things are flying around and I'm like having a rough time getting these to stay. Okay. I'm almost wondering if it might have been easier just to pick them up with the nail polish brush. Alright. But yeah, as for what Panda Bear and I are going to dress up as for Halloween, I think we're having Sadness and Anger from Inside Out have them show back up this year for Halloween. When Panda Bear and I first started dating in 2014, we dressed up as the Inside Out characters, Sadness and Anger. And there's still a picture of that up on the wall at Carla's house of us dressed up as Anger and Sadness. And when we were passing out candies, the kids kept calling Panda Bear Madness. We were Sadness and Madness. I can't forget that. It's just ingrained in my memory forever. It was just such an amazing time. Yeah. I miss those kind of wholesome times that used to be shared with some folks that are not even here anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, that is life, and that happens. Ooh, okay, 1, I did it. It's stuck. Okay. Let's see if I can save those two on my fingers for the other finger. Okay, let's see. Place them strategically on the fingers. Yes, I did it. Oh man, it is too hot. I'm telling you, I can't. I've gone through at least like 5 bottles of water, and the bottles are like 24 ounces of water. I've gone through them like with ice. We had to buy so many bags of ice from the store. And then of course we also have our little ice trays, but it's not enough for the amount of cold drinks we want to consume during this heat. We need those big bags of ice. So luckily though, with like Labor Day was just last Monday, and there were big sales on steaks. I don't know if there was sale on ice, but I love like ribeye steaks. And they were on sale. So Panda Bear's been making amazing steaks for us to eat. Whether it's for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And it especially, as I mentioned earlier, tastes amazing with the chimichurri that I make. So, gotta love things that you can make that doesn't require heat. The chimichurri did not require any sort of heat. Alright, let's see. Let's match it with the red here on this last one here. There we go. Let's just lay it one more time. There we go. I think I might need to apply a little bit of heat once that dries, but this is the final mani. I know it's very fall-like, but I did want to have something that fit in the 3-in-1 mani challenge. So an accessory, cut it, and cream set. What do you guys think? Comment below if you've seen all of this and you've come to the end. Thank you for sticking with me while I struggled through adding the fall leaves. You can add fall leaves in the comments, so I know you've watched all the way through the end. And yeah, I will catch you guys next time, probably with a Color Street Color Play subscription box unboxing for, I think it's called Dress Code for September. But yeah, my box should be arriving this week, so that'll likely be my next video. Until then, peace.